Why is the condenser important in refrigerators? Imagine a refrigerator without a condenser. It would struggle to keep your food cold and might even stop working altogether. The condenser plays a key role in making sure your fridge runs smoothly. In a refrigerator, the cycle of cooling relies on a refrigerant, which is a special fluid that absorbs and releases heat. After the refrigerant absorbs heat from inside the fridge, it becomes a hot, high-pressure gas. This hot gas needs to get rid of that heat to continue cooling effectively. This is where the condenser comes in. Usually located at the back or bottom of the fridge, the condenser is made of coils or tubes. When the hot, high-pressure refrigerant flows into the condenser, it releases heat to the surrounding air. This process cools down the refrigerant, turning it from a gas into a liquid while still under high pressure. Condensing the refrigerant is essential because it prepares the fluid for the next step. Once it becomes a liquid, it passes through an expansion device, which lowers its pressure and temperature. This allows the refrigerant to evaporate inside the evaporator coils and absorb heat from inside the fridge, making everything inside cooler. Without the condenser removing heat from the refrigerant, the cycle would stop. The refrigerant would stay hot and gaseous, and the system could not cool the interior of the fridge. It would be like trying to cool a room without a window to let out the heat. The condenser also helps maintain the high-pressure side of the cycle. This pressure difference is what allows the refrigerant to change phases from a gas to a liquid and back again. This phase change is what makes refrigeration possible. In thermodynamic terms, the condenser is responsible for heat transfer and phase change. It takes the heat energy from the refrigerant and disperses it into the environment, which is a key part of the refrigeration cycle. So, in simple words, the condenser is the part that gets rid of the heat from the refrigerant. It cools the refrigerant down and turns it into a liquid so it can keep cycling and keep your food cold. Without it, the whole system would break down, and your refrigerator would not be able to do its job.